Hey there, welcome to this yoga for baseball video, yoga for rounders, yoga for softball, anyone that is used to standing around in the field, chucking a ball around. You might find that you get some tension in the arms, the shoulders, the upper body. We'll think about releasing that. We're also thinking about helping the throw by strengthening up the glutes, the outer hips and the core. Short and sweet, all you need is your mat. Let's begin. Whenever you're ready, seated position. Find somewhere comfortable for you. I recommend crossing your legs. And before we get moving, we'll take just a moment here to settle into the class. And perhaps think about sitting up tall so you kind of puff up the chest, spine long, crown and head high. Relax your hands. And once you're seated comfortably, go ahead and close the eyes. And let's take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Enjoy them, take your time, just allow your attention to settle on your body as you do. Notice where your head is at, notice your mood, and if you feel that you're at all elsewhere mentally, just think of sharpening up the focus, bringing your attention in, start to direct it in towards your body rather than letting it settle anywhere else. Start to focus on your breathing as well. Taking maybe 20 or 30 seconds just to enjoy the opportunity to slow the breath down, to notice the quality of the breath, and really just to kind of lock your attention into it. Use your breath as the one focus point for the next 30 minutes. Whenever you're ready, let's gently blink open the eyes. Let's take our way to our all fours. We'll come on our hands and our knees, and we're going to target the hips straight off the bat. Excuse the pun. We'll take the left knee out towards the side, lift it nice and high so your thigh is parallel to the ground, maybe flex your foot. Stay here, try not to dump down into either side of your shoulders or the core. And we're going to start to draw some big circles with the left knee. 3 or 4 one direction, and then 3 or 4 the other direction. You can start to feel the muscles on the outside of the hip here, they're firing up a little bit. With control, lower the left knee, switch sides, same thing on the right side here. 3 or 4 big circles. Don't forget to breathe. Try and keep your breathing nice and soft, particularly as you get challenged. In and out of the nose, and then relax the knee down. Take a moment here. You might want to park the bum up, surprisingly challenging. In your child's pose, relax the forehead down, close the eyes, and take a nice deep breath in through the nose and a satisfying breath out through the mouth. In your own time, let's come up to our all fours. We're going to focus a little bit on the wrists, give them a warm up before you get moving. You can point the fingers really in towards the body. Kind of deep stretch for the forearms here. You can gently draw the bum back, rock forwards. You can take the hands out towards the sides, and then same thing, just kind of shedding the weight of the body. Take it from left hand to right hand, left hand to right. If you want to go a little bit deeper, good one to place the tops of the hands down so the palms are facing up towards the face. And again, maybe a little bit of rocking from side to side, or even bending your elbows here, lowering the chest. Fingers, hands, wrists, forearms, very important. Throwing the ball around a baseball pitch. So it's important just to give your hands and your joints a little bit of attention, definitely a few times a week. Give them a shake out, get the blood flow going down to your fingertips. And then without further ado, let's take it up towards our downward facing dog. You can place the hands down, lift the knees off the ground. Suck in your tummy as you lift your head, or lower the head, sorry. Suck in the tummy as you lift your hips. And as you come into this upside down triangle, start to notice how you feel. So backs of the legs, you might feel a little bit of tension there. You can start to pedal the feet out just to ease and bring some warmth into the legs. Wagging the tail of your dog. Have a look at your hands. Make sure your fingers are really wide. Push with the fingertips. Relax your face. And on the next breath in that you take, lift the right leg high towards the ceiling. And let's gaze forwards and step in between our hands. Take your time. Lift the arms above the head, coming into your high lunge. So you really want both feet to be pressing down kind of equally here. Nice decent stretch for your hip flexors on the left side, the left quads. Stay here, or bring a bit of engagement to it by bending your left knee down to the ground and then straightening the left leg. Bend the knee and then straighten the leg. Try 3 times, super controlled. Come back up and then look up towards your hands. As you lower them, exhale and then take a step forwards. Left foot joins the right foot at the front of the mat. And we'll find our chair pose here. You can bend your knees and lift your arms up. So you really want your glutes to be doing the work here. Hamstrings fired up as well. Weight of the body is in your heels. So maybe look down at your feet. Firstly, make sure you can see your toes. And then secondly, see if you can lift the toes up off the ground. Look up high. Lift your arms a little bit higher, stretch out your core. Breathe. And then forward fold. We'll take a step or a jump back to a plank. You want your shoulders to be above the wrists. Kick your heels away from you, squeeze your glutes. Look slightly forwards, lengthen spine. Breathe. When you're ready, drop the knees and the chest and the chin all the way down to the ground. You want to relax the tops of the feet as you do. Inhale to a cobra. So we'll lift up the chest as we press the hands down. Just enjoy this one for a little bit. You can notice the lower back, check in with it. You may want to look left, look right. Give your shoulders a roll. And then push back to your downward facing dog. Maybe via your child's pose, if that feels good for you. And we'll roll straight into the same thing on the other side. Left leg high. Step forwards. Inhale to lift up the arms. Engage your core. You want to squeeze your thighs together for stability. Straight arms. Look up towards the hands. And let's bend the right knee here as well. So hip flexors engage. Take the knee down for a second time. And then a third. Slower the better. Look up towards your hands. Breathe out as you lower them. Step forwards. Right foot joins the left. Big toes together. Knees together. Thighs together. Squeeze your legs in as you lift your arms up. And maybe you're taking an effort to sort of sink the bum a little bit lower this time. Your tailbone, imagine it lengthening down to the ground. And then you're lifting your arms up a little bit higher. Keep your breath soft and your gaze steady. And then when you're ready, forward fold, jump or step back, plank. And I recommend as you just kind of ease into it, just drop the knees, relax the tops of the feet, lower chest and chin. Inhale to cobra. And then exhale as you push back. Child's pose, downward facing dog. Again, it might be worth a little bit of a pedal at the feet out. Just notice any kind of changes in how your legs feel. And then in your own time, we're going to take it onto our tiptoes. Bend the knees and step or jump to the front of the mat. We'll find our chair. One more time, so really firing up the glutes here. To a little variation, hands to heart center. We're going to twist. Right elbow outside the left knee. As you come into a twist, you may want to look down at your knees here. Draw the right knee back if it's sweeping around your left knee. Left elbow stacked on top of right elbow. Neck is long, so as we twist, the spine lengthens. Breathe. Take the hands down, lift them back up to your chair. And then bring your hands back to heart center, and then slide into your twist on the other side. So left elbow outside right knee. Chest wants to be very open here. You could even look up towards the ceiling with your left eye. Challenging pose, soften your breath. And then relax the hands down. We'll very slowly uncurl, come up to a standing pose. Soft bend in the knees as you come up. Stand tall, lift up the arms above the head, open your chest, and then bring your hands to heart center. And we're going to enjoy a little bit of balancing. We're going to bring the right knee towards the chest. You can take hold of it with both hands just to stabilize yourself. Flex your foot. It's going to help. Puff up the chest, that will help as well. Take the left arm out to the left, and then the right knee out to the right. So a good one to, of course, test the balance, the focus, concentration. If you want to think about it, anatomy as well, outside of the hip on the left leg here, is engaging to stand strong. Test your balance a little bit further by looking at your left hand. Notice any wobbles, try and enjoy them, and then come back to the center with the gaze. And we'll take right foot, left thigh. We're going to find our tree pose, standing strong. Right foot can be on the thigh or maybe on the calf, if that's more comfortable and accessible. You can bring your hands to heart center or sweep the arms above the head, pistol grip fingers, biceps, squeezing the ears. You can really imagine the size of your upper body here reaching to the ceiling, so we're finding height. Breathe. Keep your gaze steady, lock it in. And then in your own time, we're going to come back to heart center with the hands and then float the right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Nice and softly and slowly. Take the hands down as well. Left foot joins the right foot at the back of the mat, plank pose. And then just a time here for a little bit of core action, bit of plank drill. We'll lift the right foot off the ground, a couple of centimeters, a very small amount. See if you can come onto 5 fingertips of your left hand, maybe even one finger, or even take the left arm out in front of you to play around with your core strength and balance at the same time. Gently lower the left hand and the right foot, and let's do the same thing on the other side. Take your time. Feel free to have a little breather in between. Left foot goes up, and then right hand. Maybe it's 5 fingertips, maybe it's 1, maybe it's none. Imagine you're reaching the right arm out in front of you to shake someone's hand, and then lower both of them with control. Let's drop the knees, relax the chest and the chin all the way down. Enjoy your cobra as we lift up the chest, open it out fully. And then push back, child's pose, downward facing dog. When you're ready, little tiptoes of the feet, little jump to the front. Uncurl slowly, standing pose. As you stand tall, left knee comes straight up. Grab hold of the knee, flex your foot. And let's do the same thing that we did on the other side. So right arm goes wide, and then left knee goes out to the left. And it's worth just having a little check-in with the knee and the hip. You want to make sure there's a very kind of broad space between the two. Make it nice and wide. You can look over to your right hand. If you want to test it, once you're looking to the right, keep your gaze nice and steady, lock it into one spot on your hand or on the wall. And then come back to center. And then we'll find our tree on this side. So left foot, right thigh. Hands to heart. Hands above the head, whichever variation you want. Just notice what's going on with the standing foot as well. So we want kind of all 4 corners of the foot to be rooted, strong like a tree. Stand tall, breath soft. And then whenever you're ready, let's float the left foot all the way to the back. Take your time. See if you can float it nice and softly, so that when the left foot touches the ground, it's real light. And then we'll lower both hands, right foot joins the left foot, and lower yourself onto your forearms. Bit of forearm strength, forearm plank. Want your palms to be down, fingers to be really wide. Lower the bum and the hips, and then push with the hands and the forearms so you've got space in between your shoulder blades. And you can stay here. Think about your pubic bone, tuck it up towards your belly button. You could look towards the front of the mat, lengthening your spine. At the same time, kick your heels away from you. Breathe. Tendency to kind of stop breathing in certain poses. Keep it steady. And then back onto your hands. We'll take one final vinyasa for now. You can drop the knees, relax the tops of the feet, lower chest and chin. Inhale to a cobra. Just feel that bend in the back. Enjoy it, take your time, and then push back to your child's pose. To again find some space in the back, really. You can extend your arms out in front of you, lower the forehead onto something. Maybe use your hands as a pillow. Or if it is accessible, extend your arms out in front of you and use the mat as a pillow. And relax the face down. See if you can just take a moment to really relax your forearms, relax your shoulders, relax the face. Take a few satisfying breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Just allowing your body to catch up a little bit. Allowing yourself some time to sharpen up your focus, your attention, before coming back up to your all fours. And we'll target the shoulders in a thread the needle pose. So you can lift the left arm up towards the ceiling, slide the left hand underneath your right arm, and we'll take the left shoulder onto the ground. Now once the shoulder's on the ground, relax the side of the face onto the mat as well. And you can take it many different options here. Right hand towards the front right corner of your mat. Maybe if you want to, you can sweep your right arm up towards the ceiling and then tuck the fingers down towards the left thigh. Brings a bit of a twist into the spine and a bit of an opening for the right shoulder as well as the left. Stay there, a couple of deep breaths. Could even play around with the back leg, the right leg, just taking it to the back of the mat, potentially. One further option is lifting the right foot off the ground, just to play with the balance here. But don't force it. Wherever you are, continue to breathe slowly, and then we'll come out of it with control. And we can, as you come back to your all fours, a few cat-cow poses should feel pretty good for your spine. Inhale, soften your belly down, look forwards, and then exhale, chin to chest, round the back. Inhale, open out your collarbones, bum in the air, and then exhale, chin to chest, space in between shoulder blades. One more time, breathing in, cow, and then breathing out, cat. Return back to a neutral position, breathe in to lift the right arm, and then as you exhale, slide the hand through and under. We'll find that thread the needle here on this side. Right shoulder down, right side of the face down. Maybe left arm is to the front corner of the mat. Or maybe you've taken the left arm up and over the back. You can tuck the finger into your thigh. If you are here, imagine your chest is kind of trying to take a little peek at the ceiling to sort of exaggerate the twist. And again, you've got the option, I'm not going to do it on this side because of my trusty little microphone here getting in the way, but you can take the left leg to the back of the mat. Maybe toes are on the ground for support, or maybe you're lifting the left foot off the ground, testing your balance. And as with all balancing, keep your gaze locked into that one spot. Nice one, and we'll come out with control. Come back up to your all fours. Maybe a little shakeout. Do what you need to do what feels good for you here before lifting the knees and then stepping or jumping to the front of the mat. We'll continue to target the shoulders. Bend your knees quite a lot, we'll lower the head, coming into a forward fold. You can drop your hands and then take the hands behind the back, interlock your fingers, and really sweep your arms up and over the head so you can feel them coming over the head. You can feel that heat in the muscles in the shoulders here. Nice little stretch out. Maybe nice to swing from side to side, could shake out the head. Could start to straighten one leg, rebend the knee, straighten the other leg, etc. Target the hamstrings. In your own time, we will drop the hands and then take a seat from here. We'll go Varya Yogi squat. So you can shuffle the feet nice and wide, drop the bum, point your toes in the same direction as your knees. Maybe hands to the heart. Could take the hands on the ground if that's needed for support. Don't worry so much about it. Lift the chest up. Open out your legs with the elbows if you're keen. Just go ahead and take a couple of deep breaths. Use this time to reconnect with your breathing, reconnect with the present moment, ground yourself in it. And then we'll drop the bum and we'll drop our hands, taking a seat. You can extend your legs out in front of you. We'll enjoy a forward fold from here, so you can bend your knees quite a lot. Lift up the arms with the inhale, and as you exhale, forward fold. You can reach towards the shins or the feet. And look over your toes rather than your knees. If you find that you're looking at your knees, you'll tend to kind of round the back quite a lot. We want to keep the chest open, flatten out the back. And you'll find just from keeping the knees bent a lot, you'll find a little bit more space in the spine and the back. So go for that one instead. Keep your spine healthy. And then maybe you can play around with straightening the legs a little bit, one at a time or both at the same time. But don't worry too much about that. Keep your feet flexed. And then in your own time, reach the arms above your feet and then hover down onto your back. Slower the better, so your core is engaged. And we'll continue to kind of aid the spine by bringing the left knee towards the chest. Take hold of the knee with the right hand. Sweep your left arm out to the left, and we'll take a supine twist here by taking the knee over to the right with the right hand. Now, if your shoulder, the left shoulder, has come off the ground as you find your twist, I really recommend coming back up with the knee, slotting the left shoulder down, keeping it down as you take the knee, and you'll get a little bit more purchase in the glutes here, lengthening them out. You can look over to your left hand to perhaps increase the twist in your spine. And then 3 or 4 breaths. Keep them soft and slow. And just bring that extra bit of relaxation to your body as you exhale. And we'll just roll into the same thing on the other side. Take your time. Take as long as you need. Right knee high, left hand will take it. And you can keep the chest very open here. You can feel the pecs broad. Perhaps look to your right hand. You can straighten the straight leg by kicking your heel away from you and maybe lengthening your neck. So those 2 things will help to increase that spinal kind of length again. And then again, just tune into your breathing. Follow the breath in and out. Bring an extra softness to the body as you exhale. Take your time, come back onto the back, and then before we finish, just a little focus on the core. Let's take hold of the backs of the knees and bring the thighs together. Start to roll forwards and backwards, feet together, knees together. Flex your feet, get some momentum going, and then let's meet balancing on the bum for our boat pose. This is where you want your hip flexors and your core to be engaged. So we're going to draw the thighs in. You can lift your feet. Maybe the feet are flexed. You can release the arms if you're up for it. Stay there for a few breaths, or really test yourself. Come to a low boat. So there's a breath in to go down, and then as you exhale, come back up and rebend into your boat. So there's inhale, go down. Exhale, come back up. Breathe in and breathe out. One final time, using your breath for strength. And then maybe even holding it here for a little bit. Keep your gaze steady. And then gently lower yourself down. Slower the better. Final little movement. It's your final kind of tester, so make it a good one. And then as you relax the back of the head, have a little shuffle around, get comfortable. Satisfying breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And before gently closing your eyes, we're going to rest here for a minute or so in our Shavasana pose. You can just give your body a sort of rest that it deserves. Relax your legs, your arms, back of the head heavy, face soft. And as you find that stillness, just notice if the mind tends to wander off. Just tuck it back in towards your body, towards the breath, keeping your mind clear and calm. Just keeping your body still for a little bit longer. Start to deepen the breath. 2 or 3 slightly longer inhales, slightly longer exhales. As you do so, just a little check-in with how you're feeling. Physically, mentally, hopefully there's a little bit of space inside both of them. Maybe a little bit of balance, a bit of strength. Try not to rush as you come to a finish. Let's roll to one side. And we'll meet back in a seated position where we began. And as I say, try not to rush off, either physically or mentally. Try and stay focused. One final moment here, closing your eyes, just thanking yourself for your practice, noticing your efforts. It's not always easy to actually do the stuff. It's not always easy to make the time to do the stuff. So thank you for joining, and gently bowing to close, seal your practice. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. I hope you found some benefit from the class. Good stuff for the upper body and the lower body, so just to keep you in a good shape to return to the pitch. Please feel free to pass this video on to anyone that you might feel that would benefit from it, and have a look on the website. There's loads of videos up there that might be of some benefit to you as well. Take it very easy. Hope to see you soon, and whatever you're up to for the rest of the day, have a great one. See ya.